Welcome to Conscious Living Collective, transformative journey in consciousness with community of like-minded people, which is you from all over the world. My name is Tomek. I'm a scientist, teacher, and transformation coach. In this live session, we blend the latest in scientific research, the deep wisdom of mindfulness, and the art of fulfilled living. This is an invitation to have a direct experience, to rewrite your story, and to emerge on the other side with a renewed sense of purpose and well-being. Welcome to Monday/Sunday afternoon session of Conscious Living Collective. I'm very happy to be here and happy to see you all. And as always, we're going to start with acknowledging my wonderful friends from my Patreon program. Hello, Parvane. Hello, and good to see you here. Also, familiar faces. Karen, Joan. Haven't seen you here for a while. Good to see you back. Who else we have here? None of the people I'll recognize. So I just want to mention, if you're here for the first time, please do raise your hand, because I'd like to explain what Conscious Living Collective is all about. The introduction usually takes care of that part, but for the sake of clarification, I just like to say that sometimes we talk a lot, sometimes we meditate more. Both parts are included in different ratios. After giving you a couple of weeks of a very intellectual depiction of the theory of self-actualization by Abraham Maslow, which I personally like, I'd like to switch the gear into more meditative mode and give you an opportunity to meditate, to practice, and put into, again, have the direct experience in awareness. And hence the topic of today's session is stepping into awareness, because ultimately that's what we are doing here. We evolving into awareness and recognizing what this conscious experience is. And if you want to take into consideration the teachings of so many different traditions, awareness or consciousness is the fundamental active ingredient, I would say, or agent of our experience. So there is experience, as we understand it here, in the physical reality, that it's a composite of many different things. The way we understand it, things that we can touch, things that we can smell, we can see. So we utilize all our physical senses to interact with the physical reality. But if you look closer and deeper, you realize that physical reality is not the end of the human experience. The experience that there is at our disposal is much larger. And meditation is one of those tools that allows us to have first an experience and train ourselves in the art of fulfilled living, because fulfilled living cannot and must not include only exclusively the physical experience. So today I will ask you to step into awareness, and I will guide you into experience, and we'll see what's going to happen. Bendy, an Aussie here. Very good to see you here, Bendy. Welcome to Conscious Living Collective. The music I played for you, it's a wonderful sounds composed by Vasco. I will not try to pronounce his surname, most likely a Brazilian composer. He is on Insight Timer, so feel free to look him up. Peaceful, relaxing music for stress relief by Vasco. Look him up on Insight Timer if you wish to use his creation to help you get into meditative state. And I always try to include some music. I think we can use any help we can in order to, I would say, just quiet the compulsory mind. I think stepping into awareness is ultimately a way of recognizing that there is a reality beyond thoughts, beyond the stress that we experience of the level of the mind and of the body, beyond all those customary things that we experience on a daily basis, including the dissatisfaction that so often is present in our daily life as a result of our programming, how our ego evolved. And as a matter of fact, I want to really put emphasis on the experience that comes from the outside of our physical senses. If you attended, or those of you who attended my sessions of Conscious Living Collective, you know that I hardly ever do meditations. Although I did them in the past, some of them with your eyes open. I usually encourage you to tune down your physical senses, particularly closing your eyes. You still be listening to the music, listening to my guidance, so your hearing will be engaged, but obviously taste and smell are vastly diminished. The sense of touch, it's also diminished. You experience most likely the post-factum thing. It's sometimes you can catch yourself very weightless or heavy, but definitely not connected with the sense of touch that defines you within the physical space. You kind of lose the boundaries of your physical body, and you only later you may realize, oh, okay, my body was here all that time, but I wasn't there. So there is a vast reality to explore. Not that this reality outside of our physical senses is more valid, but this reality gives us a very valid perspective on not getting too attached to what we have. And I think this is a good lesson, or not good discovery, that we can take away from any form of meditation to gain a distance or perspective or what is really happening within us, or what is the experience of the awareness that you are, that can go beyond the mostly thinking mind. I do not have problem with my physical body, in the sense that my physical body functions even when I'm sick. My body performs those amazing functions, and it's absolutely miraculous, I would say, in how it performs all those things that I don't have to think about. My problem is with my thoughts, or with the structure, how I program my brain unconsciously of the years and years of existence on this planet, that I'm being so attracted to a lot of negativity that has been happening around me. We call it the negativity bias. For those of you who know me, I like to use this term because it's something that it is with me at all times. And stepping into awareness helps me to identify this very strong trait in my, I would say, brain structure, how my brain is trained and how my brain is wired. And ultimately, when there's a recognition of that tendency of your brain to connect with all those negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, you have a chance, you have a choice to maybe shift it somewhere else. And that starts with training yourself into awareness, as the topic of today's session, by stepping into awareness. And the experience that you will have, that we all have, is that you will have moments when you find yourself in awareness. You recognize that the awareness will travel to your body sensations, to spaciousness, to maybe relaxation, to many different things. And there'll be times, most likely majority of the time, when you will not be in the awareness, when you will step into the autopilot that we know so well, that you basically will be floating in nowhere, only to realize a second later, oh, where was I? Okay, I wasn't really in control of my awareness. I wasn't connected with my awareness. I was running on autopilot. And most of the time for myself, and you will find out for yourself what your experience is being connected with my thoughts, with the thought patterns, with the things that I worry about, because these are the most attractive things from the perspective of your mind. Your mind will never be as attracted, unless you retrain it, if you even listen to Rick Hansen, unless you retrain it, your mind will always have the tendency to connect with the things that are of the stressful nature, things that pose a danger. And this is simply to keep us safe, right? This is something that your mind evolved to over millions and millions of years because your survival is the most important thing from the perspective of your brain, of your mind, on your body, to keep you safe, to keep you on this planet for as long as possible, to allow you to experience many different things. It goes without saying. It goes without saying, if you lose your physical body, okay, you will lose the opportunity to experience this physical realm, right? So your body has evolved into that protection mode where security is number one priority for your body. And many people live their lives without recognizing it. They wonder, oh, why am I focusing so much on the stressful situation? Why my amygdala, that is part of your brain, inside of your brain, that is like a radar for danger, it's always switched on. I'm always on the lookout for danger, and they surprised and they resisted and ultimately being unhappy with that state of mind. This can be retrained, but it takes a lot of effort. When you're on automatic pilot, when you're on autopilot, usually you reinforce that very notion of negativity bias, again connecting over and over and over again with the stressful, with the stress, with anxiety, with all those things that interesting enough or paradoxically your mind you dislike on the level of your mind. Who else we have here? We have any new people. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you here. Amanda. I don't have many more comments. By the way, I think I don't mention it enough. But if you have any questions regarding my introduction, or you have any question that maybe pops up for you during meditation or during any point at any point of Conscious Living Collective, I encourage you to ask it, to pop it into the comment section. And usually that's very helpful because I created a description for our Conscious Living Collective for a reason. It's a transformative journey in consciousness with community of like-minded people. Okay, I always say this cannot happen without you. If I speak to simply into ether, if there's no one on the other side, my transmission is very different. So knowing that you're on the other side, and even better, if knowing that you interact with me, even through comment sections, which is obviously not ideal, but it's still something that helps me to again get my awareness into a different mode. So we help each other this way. Okay. So let us step into awareness. Hello, Evie from UK. Good to see you here. It must be very late in UK. So I'm glad that you are with us. Let us step into awareness and see where does awareness, where will awareness take us? Okay, it is a journey. It is a process of discovery. It is an attempt on our part to move into states beyond our compulsory thoughts, beyond our habitual perception of our five physical senses. And we open ourselves with curiosity to see where this is going to take us. And keep in mind, there are quite a few of us right here, right now, from all over the world with the same intention. And that's encouraging. You are not just on your own. You are connected. So I will switch to the meditation screen right now. So you don't have to stare at me. It's better to see the candle that represents the steadiness of this process. There's a constant and the wax is melting slowly, burns slowly. But at the same time, there's a dynamism to it. So before you close your eyes, the introduction to it. There's a dynamism to the whole situation, and that dynamism is represented by the flickering, flame. So I'm just doing some. Oh, there you go. That's the music kicking in. Okay. Once again, I'm going to take a look at all your wonderful faces floating, icons floating under my screen to connect with you on a deeper level, on the level that is allowed by the technology I'm using. I'm so happy to have this microphone because I think that allows for my voice to come across to you loud and clear. Hello, Kat from San Diego. Good to see you here. Begin this meditation by making yourself really comfortable. Do whatever works for you. For me, this is usually sitting upright with my back straight but not rigid. I drop my shoulders away from my ears, I rest my hands in my lap, plant my feet on the floor, so I feel supported. I feel steady on the level of my physical body. If there's any discomfort that you can mitigate by adjusting your posture, by all means do so. And before you close your eyes, recognize where you are. Recognize that you are safe, secure, and protected. And you can spend the next couple of minutes in safety. And only then allow your eyes to close and step into awareness that is beyond the customary physical senses. So your vision is now limited to brighter and darker spots in front of your closed eyes. Your taste and smell are likely to be absent. Your touch is limited to the surface that you connect with through your sit bones, your lower and upper back. Maybe you can feel your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap. But mostly the inner sensation comes forward as you step into awareness beyond your physical senses. And this preparation period allows you to step into awareness with confidence, knowing that all the survival instincts, all the survival aspects of your being right now are being taken care of. So you are free to focus on your inner experience that goes beyond the customary worries the external movement ceases. It's mostly stillness on the level of your physical body, but there are still processes that occur. Digestion, circulation, your nervous system is still working. But recognize that every time you step into awareness that limits the input from your physical senses, your body has a chance to rebalance, to reset, to come back to a state of what is called in science rest and digest. And feel for yourself that this usually feels pleasant. To be able to let your body do on its own the innate intelligence of your physical body that operates even if you don't pay attention. Take comfort in that and step into awareness that is beyond. And this may present itself as a form of spaciousness. Spaciousness and stillness. Imagine a boundless sky. Above the clouds of your thoughts, customary behaviors, and you open yourself up to something larger. The spaciousness is not empty. It has a substance that your awareness connects with. But this substance has nothing to do with the function of your physical senses. It is like floating above the clouds, where your physical senses are not necessary. And in this process, you will find that the customary thoughts will come to interrupt the spaciousness with the form. The thoughts are very concrete. They refer to the past. They may refer to some theoretical scenario in the future based on your past experiences. But the spaciousness is here and now. And your thoughts, in a sense, are part of the spaciousness. They are not the spaciousness, but they are the content on the canvas of the boundless sky. And right now, you are choosing to let go of content or shift your awareness to the spaciousness of the boundless sky and let go of any thoughts that will appear. This is your freedom to choose the experience. You cannot control always what happens to you, but you can choose the experience. Even in the presence of bodily sensations, thoughts, you can shift your awareness into the open, boundless sky that is the substance, and thought sensations are just the content. The substance is steady and always present. Thoughts and sensations come and go. And I will give you now a moment to explore on your own, to enjoy this open awareness of the boundless sky as I stand by your side to bring you back when the time is up. And now it is time to return. Express your gratitude for this experience that is outside of your customary connection with your physical senses. See if there are points of interest, which are the experiences that you potentially may want to return to. Feel free to make a mental note of a state or states that you wish to return to later in other exploration periods. Take the lessons that you wish to take with you and leave behind everything else. And on the return journey, begin consciously reconnecting with your senses. The hearing has always been present through the sound of music and the sound of my voice. Now add to it consciously reconnecting with your vision. Even through your closed eyelids, you can perceive dark and brighter spots. Briefly touching upon the sense of smell and taste, and landing on the sense of touch that defines your physical body in space, gives you the perception of how you connected with the space around you. Your hands in your lap, your feet on the floor, your sit bones, your lower and upper back. And you may want to include a gentle physical movement. Wiggle your toes, move your fingers. Slowly and gently tilt your head to the left. Feel your muscles in your neck. Tilt your head to the right. Muscles on the other side of your neck flexing and stretching. Back to the center. And finish up with one deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when ready, open your eyes and welcome back. Well, thank you so much for meditating with me. That was truly lovely. I think the more we meditate together, the deeper the experience becomes. My guidance, as always, reflects, it's very intuitive and reflects my personal state that is facilitated by your presence. I always say that your attention being the mental currency, by far the most important currency that matters in this universe, one and only, your attention. My intuition is fed by your presence here. And the more present you are, the more I can sense it and the more I involve my intuition. It's like fuel for me. And what I experienced in this meditation was a tremendous sense of openness. So thank you for that. Yeah. How do you feel right now? I'll be curious to know. Do you feel a difference when you're in a state of, when you're stepping into awareness? Can you sense the difference between interacting with your physical senses, still with awareness, and being interacting or engaging your awareness outside of the physical sense reality? Sandy asks if there's a distinction between hypnosis and deep meditation. You'll lead us on. Hypnosis, there's no, well, I always say there's no such thing as hypnosis, as in nobody can hypnotize you. Every hypnosis, it's a version of self hypnosis, which means that you can give a consent to someone to let you in a deeper state that again lies beyond the physical senses. So I do not want to speak about exactly what it is, what it is not, but there are certainly some similarities. And one of the similarities that comes to mind is the again focus on something that lies outside of our physical senses. All right, and hypnosis, you also close your eyes. At least as far as I'm concerned, maybe there is a form of hypnosis that it can be done with the eyes open, but I think that's what it is. Yeah, Sandy says, I feel more relaxed than normal. Again, this is a response of your body to shifting the awareness from your habitual patterns. And this is maybe one of the most important lessons that we learn, why we choose to meditate, why we choose to practice mindfulness. Our mind has tendency of keep our body, our physical body, in the state of high constant alert. And we know the science behind it. We know exactly what is happening. Mostly we are stimulated by the stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, and more to keep our body tense and in a state of alert, which is great if you in a dangerous situation. But most of the time we are not, and we still experience this state of high alert. So when you consciously step into awareness, your body has a chance to rebalance and come back to this natural state, which is state of relaxation. Because let's face it, there's nothing just hiding behind the corner to stab you in the back. It's okay. It's okay to be relaxed, and only occasionally we can be stressed. But we created the reality that it's very upside down in that respect. So rather than staying relaxed most of the time and only on occasion stepping into that challenging situation when your body produces cortisol, adrenaline, and other hormones, we hardly ever relax. And most of the time, we are flooded by those stress hormones. And as a result, you can see the disease that's experienced. The science is clear about it. 80% of all the diseases are the result of your stress. Stress that leads to inflammation, microinflammation, leading to all serious conditions like heart diseases and cancer and so on and so forth. So when I teach actually meditation to a novice or someone who just starts, I do not talk about meditation. I mostly talk about learning how to relax, a very important skill or the ability that we lost in this modern world. We might have iPhones and we have iPads, we might technology to take us on a good holiday, but even when we on this fantastic holiday, we lost ability to relax. We in a constant state of high alert, and this is not good for our body. This is not good for our mental, physical health. So yeah, Sandy, hypnosis is the state of deep relaxation, or relaxing your physical senses, right? And that includes your thought, if you want to trust the Buddhist tradition that talks about thinking as a sixth sense that dominates our daily life. So yeah, there's so much to learn, and when you go into this relaxed state. But before you go there, you have to learn how to do it. And this is, however, it sounds very simple. It's not easy to most of us because we keep ourselves on the edge. With our habitual thinking, with our behaviors, with the circumstances that they create for us, or in general, the circumstances that we experience. Yeah. But the more we come here, the more we practice, the more, again, we train ourselves into the art of conscious, fulfilled living. And the lesson, or something I want to, my intention behind this session to convey to you, is that stepping into awareness is uh, ultimate tool to change your life. And by changing your life, there's nothing wrong with you as you are, but there is a potential to be like the boundless sky to see more. There is a, if you using the same metaphor, there is reality underneath the clouds. There's all the distractions, all the stress, and all the anxiety. But simultaneously, as there are clouds, and the clouds that hide you from seeing the sky, skiing the sky and seeing the sun, there's a reality beyond or above the clouds, when it's much open, much more spacious. There's a less content. But if you look at the morning sky with just a few clouds, it's a very pleasant experience. It's okay to be less congested, to feel spaciousness and openness, and just to look at the sun. Well, maybe not directly the sun. You don't want to burn your retina, but look at it momentarily or through your sunglasses and enjoy it. And it's a tremendously fulfilling experience, even though there is a very little content. And that recognition or that discovery is my intention behind this session. So thank you for your presence once again here. Thank you for all your kind donations. I mention that more and more these days, that even though your mental currency, your attention, is the primary factor in those sessions, nothing could happen without that. Also, I very much appreciate your monetary contribution in the form of donations to those sessions, because they allow me to, pay for the internet and pay for the bandwidth and for the equipment, and keep showing up to meet all those physical conditions that are necessary to stream these sessions, for which I'm greatly appreciative. And I'm very grateful to have that too. And in that sense, I think this is the best use of technology I can imagine. Being able to connect with you, all of you from around the world, me sitting here in the office in the Sunshine Coast, Australia. This is absolutely phenomenal. And your donations help me to maintain that. And your presence helps me to maintain my connection with the intuition. So all are important. I think still the attention is the primary. This is the secondary. However, I want to mention that to you. And again, Sandy, Cassie, thank you so much. You are very generous, and you are very kind to offer me that part of your donation. We will continue with our exploration on Wednesday / Tuesday, if you're in the US, understanding the body scan. We'll be exploring the connection with your physical body, doing the meditation of body scan. It's not the typical body scan that you may find most of the time. I would like to build on today's session, where we use consciously our awareness to travel through all the bodily states as we move. I do a different version of body scan to the normal one. If you are curious what it is, just connect with me on Wednesday / Tuesday. If you want to see what time zone it is where you are, go to my profile, follow me there, and click the attend button. Most likely this session should show up right immediately after you finish this session, and this way you can connect and sign up. Yeah, thank you so much once again. It's always a pleasure to meditate with you. It's a pleasure to be here, and I wish you a pleasant night or a wonderful day wherever you are. I will leave you with the music that we started our session with. That's peaceful, relaxing music for stress relief by Vasco. Look him up on Insight Timer. But for now, thank you, and see you next time.